everybody, it is Yanni Hamburger back, and we are getting near the end of the 31 days of Halloween. But today we're doing another one of my personal favorites. It is Train to Busan. All right, let's get into it. Train to Busan is a fund manager. Seok-woo is a cynical workaholic and a divorced father. His estranged daughter, Suan, wants to spend her birthday with her mother, Na-young, in Busan. Seok-woo sees a video of Suan attempting to sing Aloha O at her recital and succumbing to stage fright as a result of his absence. Overcome with guilt, he decides to grant Suan's birthday wish. The next day, they board the KTX 101 at Seoul Station en route to Busan. Other passengers include Sang-hwa, his pregnant wife, Song-kong, and CEO Young-suk, a high school baseball team, including player Young-guk, and his girlfriend, Jin-hee, elderly sisters Ingel and Jongel, and a traumatized homeless stowaway hiding in the bathroom. Before the train departs, an ill woman runs onto the train unnoticed. She turns into a zombie and attacks the train attendant, who also turns. The infection is going through the train. The group escapes to another car and locks the doors. Internet reports and phone calls make it known that an epidemic is spreading across the country. And when the train stops at Daejeon Station, the survivors find the city overrun with zombies and hastily retreat back to the train, splitting up into different train cars in the ensuing chaos. Seok-woo learns by phone that his company is indirectly involved with the disaster. The military establishes a quarantine zone near Busan, which the conductor sets a course. Seok-woo, Sang-hwa, and Young-guk, who have become separated from their loved ones, fight their way to where Suan and Song-kyung are hiding in with Ingel and the homeless man. Once regrouped, they struggle through the zombie horde onto the front of the train car where the rest of the passengers are sheltered. At the prompting of Young-suk and train attendant Ki-chul, the passengers prevent the survivors from entering, fearing they are infected. Sang-hwa sacrifices himself to give the others time to force open the door and enter the car, but Ingel is killed. Young-suk and Ki-chul and the passengers demand that the survivors isolate themselves in the front vestibule. However, Jong-gil, disgusted at the passengers and despairing from the loss of her sister, deliberately opens the door and allows the zombies to enter and kill the rest of the passengers. Young-suk and Ki-chul escape by hiding in the bathroom. A blocked track in East Daegu Station forces the survivors to stop and search for another train. Young-suk escapes after pushing Ki-chul into the zombies, and a flaming locomotive derails, separating the group and trapping Seok-woo, Suan, Seong-kyung, and the homeless man under a carriage filled with zombies. Meanwhile, Young-suk runs into Jin-hee and Young-guk, pushing the former into a zombie in his attempts to escape. Heartbroken, Young-guk stays with Jin-hee until she turns and kills him. The conductor starts a locomotive on another track, but is thrown into the zombies while trying to save an injured Young-suk. Seok-woo finds a way out from under the carnage, but the escape route is shortly afterwards blocked by falling debris. The homeless man sacrifices himself to buy time for Seok-woo to clear the debris, and he and Soo-young and Song-kyung manage to escape onto the new locomotive. After fighting off zombies hanging onto the locomotive, they encounter Young-suk, who is on the verge of turning into a zombie and begging for help. Seok-woo manages to throw him off, but is still bitten. He puts Suan and Song-kyung inside the engine room, teaches the latter how to operate the train, and says goodbye to the former. In his final moments before he turns, he reminisces in the moment of Suan's birth before throwing himself off the locomotive. Due to another train blockage, Suan and Song-kyung are forced to stop the train at a tunnel Prior to Busan, the two exit the train and continue to follow the tracks on foot through the tunnel. Snipers are stationed on the other side of the tunnel and are prepared to shoot what they believe are zombies, but lowered their weapons when Suong sung Aloha O in tribute to her late father. Once again, if you haven't seen this movie, it is... I'm telling you, that scene where Seok Woo throws himself off the train, not a dry eye in the house. All right, I'm just going to say that right now. Not a dry eye in the house. It's one of the most emotional scenes I've ever seen in a horror film, and I cry every time I see it because it is such a beautiful, beautiful sacrifice that he made. So give this one a shot. It's Train to Busan, and we'll be back tomorrow with another one.